Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm gonna be giving you part 11 of What If Naruto Took His Training Seriously. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out a new episode of What If Naruto Had Multiple People Sealed Inside of Him that I posted on this channel, so go ahead and enjoy that. And over on Anime King 2, I post a new episode of What If Naruto Was Neglected by his family, so go ahead and check out that as well. And I also post a new episode of What If Naruto Was Taken by Orochimaru, so go ahead and check out that and enjoy as well. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and become a part of the family, guys. So thank you for all of your help and your support. So without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So the last time we left off, Fu was showing Naruto in the village as the both of them became good friends, as she told Naruto about her life and Naruto told her about his, and the two of them being at Jinchuriki, they both really bonded. So while this was going on, Hidan and Kakazu was coming towards the Taki Village as they wanted the Seven Tails Jinchuriki. So they entered the village and immediately they started to create chaos as they went to Shibuki's office, and there was a huge explosion knocking out Sara and the daimyo as Jiraiya created a clone, and the clone took them and went off. As Jiraiya took on Hidan and Shibuki took on Kakazu, as Jiraiya realized that Hidan was immortal after slamming Rasengan through his chest. Naruto and Fu arrived with Keiyashi and Shizuka as they had an epic battle, but Hidan managed to scratch Naruto on the cheek and get some of his blood as he licked the blood, and his skin turned into a skeleton state as he then went into his circle and started to stab himself all over as Naruto was the one feeling the pain. Hidan then raised up his hand as he brought the iron rod towards his chest to stab through his heart, killing Naruto. Meanwhile, Fu and Jiraiya was facing off against Kakazu, who released the masked creatures from his back. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's begin this new episode, shall we? Naruto, if it hits, he will kill you, Shizuka said. As Naruto couldn't say anything, as this man literally held his life in his hand, as Hidan had a sick twisted grin on his face as he brought down the pipe. With Fu, she was in her cloaked state as she swiped down at Kakazu, but the two masked creatures quickly got in her way as she slashed them in half through the waist section. She then appeared in front of Kakazu and slashed with a claw hand. Kakazu dodged as he jumped as a chakra tail attempted to hit him, but then a gust of wind flew from Fu as she flapped her wings. The breeze blew Kakazu back, but the two masked creatures caught him. Kakazu then withdrew the two hearts back in his body as he started to dodge the strikes from Fu. He then moved the fire mask to his right arm and it exploded into Fu's face. She growled as she was blown back, but thanks to the Biju's chakra, she was fine. Fu then took a deep breath as she inhaled wind into her lungs, fusing it with the Nanabi's chakra. Wind style, wind explosion jutsu, as she sent a large wind attack to Kakazu, who called for both wind and fire mass and combined his attack. Everything collided and created a huge explosion of fire as it knocked Fu back as she slammed into the wall. Shibuki rushed over to her. Immediately as she saw him, the cloak started to go back into the seal. As they looked over, but Kakazu was gone. They then heard an echoing scream. "That's Naruto's voice," Jiraiya said, as the three of them rushed over there as fast as they could. As they all looked over, they saw Hidan with a black pipe through his chest and Naruto on the ground as blood was gushing from the large wound in his chest. Fu quickly ran up to Naruto as she settled down next to him, tears leaking from her eyes. "Naruto," she said as she patted his face slightly, but she got no response. "Naruto, get up," she said. "Please get up," she said as she was crying. "Naruto," said Shizuka as she came up to Naruto. "Naruto, you can't die," said Keiyashi. "Remember, you're going to become Hokage." as Jiraiya looked at the scene and punched a wall in anger and sadness, as Hidan got up and removed the pipe from his chest as he smirked. At last, he's dead. As Kakazu then appeared next to Hidan with a tired look in his eyes. Kakazu, what the hell happened to you? Hidan asked. As Kakazu simply slammed his fist into Hidan's face. You stupid idiot! That boy had the Kyuubi. You weren't supposed to kill him. Even though your immortal leader will find a way to kill you, said Kakazu. Hidan glared at Kakazu as he then looked back over at Naruto. But everyone was surprised when a red cloak appeared around Naruto as two tails emerged. As a red cloak, as Hidan fell to his knees in the circle. What the hell is going on? Hidan said. Hidan, what the hell? Kakazu asked. Kakazu, I'm burning. I don't know why, but my body feels a lot of pain as he started to smoke. Hidan, the Kyuubi's chakra is flowing through his veins and it is affecting you. Cut off the connection now. Hidan crawled out of the Jashin circle as he panted with wide eyes. As he picked himself up, I'm fine now, he said, as he singed a little bit. The two of them then stared at Naruto along with everyone else as Naruto's tail switched behind him. In an instant, Naruto vanished as Hidan was sent crashing through the wall. As Naruto was outside, Naruto smacked his tail in Hidan's face as Hidan smashed into a nearby tree. As a clone just poofed into existence. He can summon clone without even weaving hand signs, said Shibuki. As a clone wrapped two KCM arms around Hidan as he was tied down on the tree. Naruto then held up his hand as another clone poofed into existence. As a clone started to fuse chakra as they then heard a spinning sound as a Rasengan formed as the wind spinned around it. Now, it's complete, said Naruto in a demonic voice. Wind Rasengan, he said as he threw it forward. As Hidan cried out for Kakazu to help him, but it was too late. As the Rasengan slammed in his stomach, it then started to chop him up to pieces. After that was over, Naruto collapsed to his knees as Hidan's body was completely gone, chopped to pieces in the Rasengan. As Keiyashi, Shizuka, and Fu rushed towards Naruto. Naruto, I thought you died. How did you come back? Jiraiya asked. Honestly, Erosenin, I don't know. I remember Hidan delivering the killing blow. And then I saw a white light with my father figure at the end. But then a giant red hand grabbed me and pulled me back and now I'm here. Well, Naruto, you really are a miracle worker, said Fu as she grabbed him and hugged him. Hey wait, said Naruto. Where's that Kakazu guy? He escaped while you were fighting Hidan, said Shibuki. Naruto, a voice yelled. As Sara rushed up to him, the fire daimyo was behind her as she grabbed Naruto after Fu released him, as she then gave Naruto a kiss on the lips. As she hugged him, I'm glad you're okay, she said. What the hell happened here, she asked, looking around, as she saw how destroyed the place was. Fu, come here, said Shibuki. After a while, Fu then screamed, What? Yes, I want you to move to Konoha with Naruto and the others. It is not safe here for you, Fu. After knowing that Kakazu know about you and your abilities, it is much too dangerous. Shibuki then pulled out a scroll as he handed to Fu, as Fu started to cry, as she then grabbed Shibuki and gave him a hug. You will always be family to me, said Shibuki. You as well, said Fu as she was crying. Now, go ahead and pack up. You don't want to keep our new allies waiting, said Shibuki, as Fu nodded as she left to go pack up. As Jiraiya and the daimyo looked at Shibuki. We're glad to have you on our side, Shibuki, said Jiraiya. We, hopefully to have this relationship between our two nations last a lifetime if possible, daimyo added with a smile. Later that day, outside of the waterfall of the Taki Village entrance. Well, Fu, I guess this is goodbye, Shibuki said, as Fu gave him one last hug, as Shibuki was crying, but he knew that it wasn't safe for her here, and the only thing he wanted to do was to keep her safe, and she would be safe at Konoha, as the group headed off. 2 days later, Naruto and the group walked towards the gates at Konoha. As Naruto was walking when suddenly a red blur knocked him off his feet, hugging him. Help me, Naruto screamed, it's a monster, get it off, as he didn't know what grabbed him, as everyone chuckled, as Naruto looked to see his mother holding on to him. Oh, it's you, Mom. It's good to see you, Naruto said, a sigh of relief. Welcome back, Naruto, she said. And with that, the group headed towards the Hokage's tower, as Tsunade was confused that Naruto died and was reborn. How? She asked. We don't know. The kid doesn't know either, Jiraiya said. Tsunade nodded and told him to continue as Jiraiya explained everything, as he told her all about Fu and that she's also a Jinchuriki, as Tsunade accepted Fu in the village and gave her the rank of Chunin, as she put her on a team with Naruto and Sara. Time skip. A few months later, Naruto, Sara, and Fu was looked upon as the best Chunin team, as they have completed 69B rank mission and 32A rank, and they haven't failed one, as Naruto and his group was currently inside of the Hokage's tower. So, Tsunade, why have you called us here? Sara asked. Okay, this mission is at A rank, so take it seriously, she stated, as all of them became serious. You guys are going to travel with Jiraiya to the Hidden Cloud. One of their best Jonin ninjas, Yujito, has been captured and cannot be found. The last time she was seen was at the outskirts of the Lightning Country. Because we are so close to there, they require our assistance, said Tsunade. What does she look like? Naruto asked. Tsunade reached into the mission file as she took out a small picture and handed it to Naruto. As Naruto kneeled down so Keiichi and Shizuka could see it, as the two girls then looked over his shoulder. She looks cute, Naruto commented, but he was then slapped in the back of the head by Sara. But not as you, Sara, he said with a nervous smile, but she then glared at him. Do you have any ideas on who the kidnappers might be, Tsunade? Fu asked. No, that is your mission, to find out who the perpetrators might be and track them down and rescue Yujito, Tsunade said. You will be leaving in 1 hour and meeting up with Jiraiya at the West Gate, she said, as all of them nodded and went off. At Sara's house, she was busy packing for her mission when she heard a knock at her door. Come in, she said, as her father entered. Sara, are you going out again? He asked. Yes, to the cloud. One of their Jonin has been captured and they need assistance to rescue her, Sara responded. Well, you've been going out more and more and we barely have time to talk, like a father and daughter, he said. Sara sighed as she turned around, as she finished pack and put her bag on her back. I know, Dad, but I am a shinobi and I have a commitment to the village and the code of the shinobi, she said. Well then, I guess I'll come clean, he said. What do you mean come clean? She asked. He sighed as he walked over to his daughter. I lied, he said, as he bowed his head in shame. You lied? About what? She asked, confused. The consequences of using the fire. I lied about them, he said. Her eyes widened as she then glared at her father. How could you lie about something like that? How could you do that? She asked. So what is the truth? Tell me, she said. If you keep on using the fire, depends on how much you use it. You, as a tear, then left his eye. Why are you crying, Dad? She said, as he then said 3 words that shook her to her core. You will die. But Sara headed off as she was walking towards the gate. If she keep on using that fire ability, she will die? Back at Naruto's house, Naruto and Fu were at their house, packing for the trip, as they then heard footsteps as Kushina walked in. Hey Mom, Naruto greeted, as Kushina smiled as she looked at her son. Off on another mission? She asked, as the both of them nodded. Where are you guys going this time? She asked. Kumo, said Naruto. What's the mission? One of the Jonins, Yujito, was captured, and we were asked to go and help with the search, and possibly the rescue also, Naruto said. Kushina then gave the both of them a hug. Be safe, you two, she said. We always do, said Fu, as Naruto gave her a thumbs up, as they headed off at the West Gate. Jiraiya was at the west gate as the three of them arrived, along with Keiichi and Shizuka. Okay, are you guys ready? Jiraiya asked, as they all nodded as they headed off. On their walk, so Jiraiya, do you know anything about this Kumo girl? Asked Fu. Actually no, the security in Kumo is pretty advanced, and I could never get my spine to work in that place. As the group walked for a long while, Jiraiya, said Naruto after a while. What is it? Jiraiya asked. Are we there yet? Naruto asked. No, Naruto, it has only been 2 hours, said Jiraiya. Half an hour later. Are we there yet? Naruto asked. No, said Jiraiya. Another half an hour later. Are we there yet? Asked Naruto. No, said Jiraiya. How about now? No. How about now? No. How about now? As Naruto kept on bothering Jiraiya. 3 hours later of more walking and walking. Are we there yet? Naruto asked again. And Jiraiya snapped. As he turned at Naruto, his face was completely red with anger. Oh, for God's sake, Naruto, we... But Jiraiya slammed into a sign, as it read, border between Konoha and Kumo. Kumo in 2 days, if traveling by civilian pace. In 1 day, if traveling by shinobi pace. Finally, said Naruto, as he looked up at the instructions. As the group walked towards the mountains ahead, as Jiraiya got up and started to stretch his face, as it was now completely red from hitting into the sign. By nightfall, they were halfway to Kumo, as they set up camp, as Naruto summoned some clones. It was 20 of them, as he split them into groups of 4. You guys get firewood, you get water, you 4 go and catch us a nice dinner, and you help set up the tent, Naruto said. The clones all nodded as they separated and got to work. Fu walked over to her aunt's nest, as she was able to talk to the little insects. Hey guys, she said, as one of the ants got out of the nest and crawled on Fu's arm. Who are you? He asked, as she was the only one who could hear him. I am Fu, and you are? She asked. I am Andy. Nice to meet you, Fu. Now, do you want to join the colony for dinner? We're having leaves and dead cockroach, said Andy. Oh, no thanks. I'm having dinner with my friends. I just want to say hi. You better get back to the colony, Fu said. If you ever want to join us, you know where to find us, said Andy, as he returned back to the colony. Fu then walked back over to the campsite as she saw everything was ready. A dead deer roasting over the fire and a few fishes were skewering over the stick. As the tents were in place, one tent for Naruto and Jiraiya and another tent for Sara and Fu. Hey, how come we don't get a tent? We're not animals, you know, Shizuka said, as everyone turned to her and started to chuckle nervously. Shizuka, I hate to break it to you, but we are animals, said Keiichi. Oh, right, said Shizuka, as she sat down at the fire, as Keiichi looked over at the deer, as his mouth was drooling. Keiichi, don't drool, said Naruto. That deer looks good and ready, said Keiichi. A few minutes later, everyone ate a nice meal of deer and fish. After a few minutes, the group went to sleep, except for Jiraiya and Fu, who were to take the first watch. Jiraiya looked out the forest for any danger, as Fu was poking the flames to keep it going. So Fu, how do you like Konoha? Jiraiya asked. It's actually good. The people there are nice to me, unlike the people at Taki, and I can actually buy things without getting kicked out of the store, she said with a smile. That's good to hear, Jiraiya said, but then Fu continued. I still miss Shibuki, the old shopkeeper and his wife, in Taki. They were the only people to help me get through my hell of a life, she said, as Jiraiya then chuckled. What do you think about my life is funny, she asked. Oh, not at all. It's just that Naruto told me that Sarutobi-sensei, it was only him and most of the Anvu and the chefs at Ichiraku Ramen who was there for him. The two of you, your lives are so similar, said Jiraiya, as Jiraiya then placed a hand on Fu's shoulder, but you no longer have to look back at your past life. Konoha is the future, and it is the best thing for you right now, and Shibuki would want you to be happy. For an old pervert, he can be serious at times, she said, as she looked at him and chuckled. He was right, Konoha was her future. After 3 hours, Sora and Naruto went on their watch and looked for danger. After a couple of minutes, they heard a growling coming towards them. "Please tell me that's your stomach," said Sora as she looked at Naruto. "No, it isn't," said Naruto, as the both of them pulled out kunai and read theirself. They then let out a sigh of relief as the growling disappeared as they relaxed. But then there was a large growl that echoed through the area, waking up everyone else. "What the hell was that?" Jiraiya said as he burst out from a tent as Shizuka and Keiyashi rushed to Naruto's side. "Naruto, that doesn't sound like a bear," Keiyashi said. As they waited, as the group then saw a large figure came from the forest. The creature was like a large mess of animals. "What the hell is that?" said Naruto. It had a tail of a panther, the upper body of a tiger, the lower body of a horse, and the head of a dragon, but it was entirely black, with the exception of its glowing blue eyes and small tin of red running down its back. "What the hell? How is this possible? They're not supposed to be here in the human realm," said Keiyashi. "Keiyashi, you know what that thing is?" asked Fu. "Kind of, the dragons are a powerful clan and we are the leaders of the summoning realm." "Well, what is that abomination?" Jiraiya asked. "Well, we don't have an exact name for it, but in the summoning and the dragon realm, it is there to cause pure destruction and chaos. It is a dark destroyer," Keiyashi said. "I don't know how it got here," said Keiyashi. "Well, I'm guessing that we should kill it," said Sora. "Well, we can't leave it alive or tame it. They are too damn stubborn," said Keiyashi. "What do you mean by they shouldn't be here in the human realm?" Jiraiya asked. "Well, they were so dangerous they were banished and given their own special world. Well, just a small dimension, so I don't know how they got here." The creature then roared as it released a blast of green flames. Sora used her bloodline to control the green fire and send it back at the creature. But in a few seconds, the creature was fully healed. "What the hell?" Naruto said. "The only way to kill it is a blow to the heart, and it must be a powerful move. Quick, we must lure it away from the campsite," said Keiyashi, as Keiyashi released a ball of fire from his mouth as the creature dodged it. As the creature then spoke, "Foolish little dragon, your father and leader may have defeated us before, but now that we are free, we will end all of you stupid dragons and do what we please." "Yeah, right, we beat you once and we can do it again," said Keiyashi as he spread his wings and took to the skies. The creature growled as he then smirked, as wings then burst from his back as he flew towards Keiyashi. "We need to help Keiyashi," said Sora. "Don't worry, Keiyashi is stronger than he looks," said Naruto. "But just in case he needs backup," said Naruto, as the group took off after the two flying beasts. Up in the sky, Keiyashi and the beasts were exchanging fire blasts. Keiyashi shot a stream of fire at his foe, but the beast dodged. "What's your name?" Keiyashi asked. "Why do you want to know that?" the beast asked. "Because I want to know the name of the first beast that I killed," Keiyashi said with a glare. "It's common courtesy to give your name first, dragon," said the beast. "My name is Keiyashi." "My name is Nikir," the beast said. "Well, Nikir, prepare to die," said Keiyashi, as he let loose a giant blue flaming ball. Nikir fly straight up into the air as he dodged it and released a stream of green fire down towards Keiyashi. Keiyashi then started to spin as he used the wind around him to try and blow away the fire, but some of the fire grazed his wing. "What the hell? I'm a fire dragon. Fire shouldn't be able to harm me," Keiyashi said. "Ha, this is no ordinary fire, you fool. This is hellfire that can harm even dragons," said Nikir, as he then disappeared in a burst of speed. Keiyashi eyes opened wide as Nikir slammed right into him, sending Keiyashi back. Keiyashi spread his wings as he stopped, as he then thrust forward and slammed his head right into Nikir's chest. As Nikir fly back, "For a weak dragon, you hit hard," said Nikir, as he then took in a deep breath as Keiyashi did the same, as Nikir released a stream of green fire and Keiyashi released a stream of blue fire. The two of them then moved towards each other and clashed, as the both of them were fighting back. "I have to win this," said Keiyashi. I have gotten stronger since I've been here, and Ragnarok told me to believe in myself and to stay at Naruto's side as Kakashi then released a bulge of blue fire, putting more into his attack and overpowering Nikier as it enveloped him as Nikier screamed in pain as he then crashed down to the ground. As Nikier started to heal, as Kakashi saw this, Kakashi then started to spin in mid-air as blue fire surrounded him, as Kakashi came down like a meteor, as Kakashi said, "Meteor strike!" as he slammed right into Nikier with great force, causing Nikier to scream out in pain and agony. "Yield," Kakashi said. "Never," said Nikier, as he slammed his foot into Kakashi's stomach, pushing Kakashi back, as Nikier stood tall as his wounds started to heal. Nikier then surrounded himself with some strange black energy. He then started to grow in size, as he was now the size of an elephant, as Kakashi's eyes went wide. "I told you, Dragon, you will never defeat me. Now that I'm at full power, you will never win. Actually, it's time for you to die," Nikier roared out, as Nikier took a deep breath. "Wind style, wind palm," said a voice, as Nikier was knocked back into a tree with a wind palm to the stomach. As Naruto and the others arrived, "Kakashi, you alright?" Naruto said, as he rushed over to Kakashi. "How the hell did he get so big?" Fu asked, as Kakashi blinked and then spoke. "It's a special ability known by its kind. You're able to increase your size and power by darkness, boosting them." As Nikier then picked himself up, as Naruto then ran through hand sign, "Summoning jutsu," he said, as there was a poof, as a large dragon emerged, bigger than Kakashi. As Kakashi looked up, "Karma," said Kakashi. "Oh, little Kakashi," said the voice, as she was clearly a female. "What is going on?" "Look," said Kakashi. "Huh? What is the beast doing here? I thought they were exiled from this dimension. How did it get here?" "I don't know," said Kakashi. So little Naruto, you have summoned me." "Yeah, I need your help," said Naruto. "This thing, it has grown about 3 times its size," said Naruto. "Don't worry, I'll take care of it." As Karma then speed forward with incredible speed. "Whoa, she's fast," said Naruto. "She's not the 3rd fastest dragon for nothing," said Kakashi. As the group then saw Nikier getting pummeled from all sides, as Karma was using slashing winds to hit him from all around. "Whoa, she's really fast," said Naruto. "Yeah, really fast," said Sora. She then appeared around behind him as she stabbed her claws into his leg and pulled it down as she jumped back and struck him with her wing as he smashed into the tree. But he picked himself up as he was slowly healing as Karma looked over at him. "I forgot how quickly you guys heal," she said. "But it's time for me to end this," she said, as wind started to pick up around her, giving her armor of wind, as the wind had spikes develop out of the armor. As she then looked over at the beast. "Time for you to die," she said to him. "Just try and kill me," he said, as she then stood back as she sank her feet into the ground, as she pushed off with that incredible speed. "Wind dragon style, assassin of the wind," she said, as she disappeared in front of everyone's view, as Nikier was being slashed and teared apart from all angles, as no one could see Karma. In a second, Nikier coughed up some blood as he fell down hard, as he looked down to his chest to see a huge gaping hole, as Karma then reappeared. "It's over," she said, as she landed in front of him, as Nikier's body fall, but he wasn't dead yet, because she stabbed him in his heart, but he was slowly dying. "Before you die, who brought you here? Who got your contract?" she asked. "Because you defeat me, I will tell you. It was the man with the glowing golden eye," said Nikier, as his body then vanished into blue energy. "That isn't really helpful," she said, as she walked back over to Naruto. "Did you find out who summoned him?" "He told me that a man with golden eyes," she said. "Well, I best get going," she said, as she bid all of them farewell, and with that she headed off. But guys, I'm be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And go ahead and check out a new episode of What If Naruto Had Multiple People Sealed Inside of Him. And go ahead and enjoy that. And over on Anime King 2, I post a new episode of What If Naruto was neglected by his family. And I also post a new episode of What If Naruto was taken by Orochimaru. So go ahead and check out that, guys, and enjoy. And remember, if you're new, to click that red subscribe button and become a part of Anime King and Anime King 2. And thank you all for your help and your support. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, I'm out for now. Peace.